Morning, Thursday. Surprise repair day on just about everything. Yesterday morning was going to work and the truck was metal on metal brakes, so somehow the brakes went from being there to not being there in a very short time. So I have brake pads and rotors for the front and pads for the rear of the truck coming in this morning. When the truck wasn't having brakes, I went to trailer brakes and it was stopping, just not as quick as it should. So I tried the trailer brakes and I have no trailer brakes. So I got to find some parts somewhere locally to do the trailer brakes today. And then the Bandit is running not well. So I'm over at the Kohler dealer, working on the engine, and these guys are awesome. And then from here, I also got to figure out, I got to get my tie rods probably replaced on the 852, so that I haven't started looking for those parts yet. I'm sure Vermeer will have them, but it's a maintenance day, so I figure we'll check in. Over here now, the Bandit, the RPMs were going too high, which was causing it to defuel and then surge the fuel. So O2 sensor was bad, RPMs were bad. Trying really desperately to figure it out. Has anybody replaced the muffler on that machine? It almost appears that the muffler is not large enough. So we're trying to figure out, why is this machine going through so many O2 sensors? So yeah, let me know. You have an SG40? You have muffler issues. We'll check in a bit. So somehow, and honest story, this is not bullshit, the RPMs ended up increasing to 4,600, which is about 1,000 RPMs more than what that machine is designed for, or that engine is designed for. So adjusted the RPMs. O2 sensors are all over the place, both brand new ones, used ones, ones that have previously failed. They're not consistent in any way compared to the rest of the Kohler little small block engines that they're running them on. So trying to move this up to Kohler, but there is some wonder about the muffler from Bandit, if it is too small and creating some extra issues, but I don't know. Just an update as to old Junior, the SG40. Going to work on brakes now. See you in a bit. All right, today, what have I done? Bandit is running currently 852. The steer tires had a bunch of wobble, and I'd been noticing for a while, but it seemed to be getting worse. So I stopped at Vermeer. They helped me understand how it all worked. I tightened down a couple of the bolts that hold the ball joint in place at the end of the drag link, and it's way better. So that's a win. I'll take it. Went to the trailer store, Jayhawk, figure out why I don't have trailer brakes. It looks like my never adjust, self-adjusting brakes are in fact never adjusting, so they need to get adjusted. So that's still on my list for today. Went to Parker, Advanced Auto Parts. They had a set of brake pads and rotors that I thought looked pretty good. It is all, who makes this stuff? CarQuest Professional Frontline Severe Duty Brake Pads, right? So did that. I'm using the stock rotors because there's still a decent amount of meat on these pads. Front's more important, right? We need everything to work, but these pads, or these rotors, I think are good. So I'm just going to do pads on there. The new rotors, they're all black, so that's kind of cool, but they're pretty stout. They're about the same size as what came off. I ordered front brake pads and back brake pads. They sent me 2 sets of back brakes, one for a single wheel, one for a dual wheel. So that's an issue that I need to figure out. This was the bad rotor. I don't know if you can quite see just how much that thing wore, but I'm not gonna lie, that like 2 days ago, I had no indication that my brakes were bad. No squealing, no crunching, no nothing. And this is where we're at now. They gone. They are gone. So, yeah, I gotta find front brakes. And I don't want to go to town because that's like an hour and a half round trip. So I'm trying to see if somebody that lives near me can stop and get them. So the nightmare saga continues. What would I do if I didn't have headaches? So yeah, definitely not a grinding video. This is just a day in the life of my headache. But yeah, we'll keep moving. I'll check in later on. Well, I think I told you, Advance Auto Parts sold me the wrong brake pads. So I spent about an hour and 45 minutes calling every shop from Fort Collins down to Colorado Springs. I found one shop up in Thornton that had the pads I needed. So there was no way to get this back on the road for work tomorrow without getting the pads. I called the dealer. So pads, 80 severe duty, nice ones, $80. The dealer wanted 377. So I wouldn't, I mean, worst case scenario, I would have, but I was pretty determined to do anything but that. So I found the shop, went up, about 2.5 hour round trip. It is like 7:30. So time to finish this thing so I could go on with my life. I probably won't check back in because I got quite a bit to do. Not doing the trailer today, but trailer I'll get to this weekend. So just get the truck done front and back. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Should be a pretty good day. I think I have 4 or 5 jobs tomorrow, so we'll go knock it out. Have a good night.